That is a heavy box. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? I'm babbling already. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? My name is David Franco, and welcome back to another episode, a very exciting episode of Video Game Flips. So in recent weeks, I tested my first ever untested Wii U console, and thankfully it worked perfectly. And what do you know? I sold it already. There you go. There's a sold comp, proof of the sale. But I figured, why not multiply that Wii U by 3? And not only that, but my last Wii U was white. And in this box are 3 Wii U consoles, untested, black, and 32 gigabytes. So, in other words, the Wii U's in here are worth more than the Wii U I sold in the past. And I paid $55 for 3 Wii U consoles. Just $55 after shipping and tax. Guys, that is not bad at all if you ask me. And on average, I believe your typical black 32 gigabyte Wii U sells for about that much money, between 50 and 60. So if just one of these consoles works, then that means I get my money back and then some, because, well, if the other 2 Wii U's work, then I can make like $100 in my pocket. But not only that, there's always a chance of these Wii U's holding games inside. And well, if we get a good Mario game, why not add an extra 10 or 20 bucks onto the sale of the Wii U? Or maybe I'll just sell it separately, I don't know. Okay, so this is, once again, a very awesome reminder that the Wii U is not a light console. This is a heavy package. Now, granted, there are 3 of them, but yeah, the Wii U is actually kind of beefy. All right, so let's take off the bubble wrap, and I'm actually gonna turn this lot into 3 videos. So in this initial video, we're just gonna look at the overall condition of these consoles, and then we're gonna test one at random, and then the other 2 will be saved for 2 future videos. So stay tuned, guys. I am still just getting started. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it, because just saying, tomorrow, check this out, and I actually got it today, but tomorrow I'm going to unbox a PlayStation 5 that I got from a viewer for free. It powers on, but it doesn't show video or doesn't play audio or anything like that. So it could be anything. So in other words, guys, I got a broken PlayStation 5 for free that I'm going to look into fixing myself. And I'm not really too familiar or too knowledgeable with opening up the PlayStation 5 and fixing the innards or the guts, if you will. So I figured that could be a fun video idea. Dude, if you asked me in 2026, would I be buying a bunch of untested consoles? I'd be like, you're crazy. Get the hell out of here. Look at this. Look at this. This stuff is like gold to me. Packaging supplies as an eBay seller, you gotta love it. All right. Shout out to Sheets, by the way. Love your coffee. So here we go. 3 untested Wii U consoles. The overall condition might vary, but we'll look at each of them right now, starting with, so this one definitely has seen better days. You can see right here, there is a chip there. And there are some, everyday scratches because it's a glossy console. So obviously that means you're going to get a lot of visible scuffs and scratches. That's the only downside about going glossy. But guys, I'm just going to say, in my opinion, I actually prefer glossy consoles for the most part, because I think they look best on your entertainment center. I just like that gloss finish, especially just saying when they can actually reflect LEDs on your setup. I just think it looks really cool. But hey, at the same time, I also love matte. So matte, glossy, obviously I'll take either. Okay, so going back to Wii U console number 1. Yeah, we do have that nick there. Typical scratches, lots of scuffs. Thankfully, the back actually looks pretty good. The power ports, AV, HDMI, all that stuff. And of course the Wii sensor bar or Wii U sensor bar and USB ports. And I gotta say, the fan grill, check that out. The fan grill actually looks really clean. Really clean. But does this console power on? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know. And thankfully, the front flap is actually there. We do not get a bonus SD card or anything like that. But the front actually looks really good. The front looks much, much better than pretty much every other side except for the rear. Okay, so that's Wii U console number 1, and I think we're going to start the video off with this one, and then we'll do these two in the coming days. But for now, let's just look at the overall condition and quality. So Wii U console number 2, the front looks good, and we do have the door. We don't get a bonus SD card, unfortunately. But the top, typical scuffs and scratches, same thing for the bottom, but honestly, this one actually looks a little better than the first one, especially because this on the front did have the nick, but this one actually looks really good all the way around. So I have high hopes for this. Now, Wii U console number 3. Oh, never mind. I thought the door was missing, but they just shipped it with the door open. So that's good. That's good, because anytime a door is on the console, that's obviously going to help the sale a little bit, because you as the buyer want to hopefully buy a console that is in good working condition and looks good as well, right? Of course. So unfortunately, we do not get a bonus SD card. One of these days we will, but guys, I can't say it enough. I'm just getting started, and obviously the more consoles I get in my studio, the better chance we have of getting something good. And of course, by that I mean like bonus content, like SD cards, free games, and all that stuff. By the way, I forgot to mention, the rare fan of Wii U console number 2 actually looks really good. So let's check out the fan on Wii U console number 3. Okay. Looks good. You may have seen me hesitate. Oh, it's because I picked them up from opposite ends. I was going to say, why does this one feel lighter in the rear? That's what she said. But no, they're the same. Okay. So let's put the better looking Wii U's aside and start out with the most exciting one. And of course, that's the one with the most nicks and scratches and all that stuff. So in theory, this one has the least chance of working well. But hey, you never know. I mean, the Wii U is a solid console. I realize it was not Nintendo's biggest success in the console business, but as a Wii U owner myself, I have my own in the basement, hence my gamepad right here. I think it's a fantastic console. But hey, you know what? In a way, the Wii U gave us the Switch, so its failure was kind of a blessing in disguise. Okay, so I'm gonna get this connected and see if it powers on. And if it doesn't power on, then so be it. But obviously, yeah, let's just hope it actually powers on. Okay, so as usual, I'm using a third-party power adapter, which worked out just fine for the previous Wii U that I tested about, what, like a week or two ago. I will say, though, the third-party adapter feels incredibly cheap. It's light, it's cheap plastic, listen to that. It just does not feel or sound all that good. But hey, you know what? Knock on wood, it has not burned my house down yet, so we are off to a good start. All right, let me unplug the DS Lite charger. Yes, I got this DS Lite in my last video game mystery box, and I'll link that video at the end of this video in the end screen, so check it out. All right, so plugging this in. Let's plug in the Wii U to power, and let's see if we get a power indicator. We do. We have a red light. So let's just put this down here for now and plug in the HDMI port that I have here, sitting conveniently waiting for consoles to be connected. All right, and let's just put it up top for today, so that way you guys can see what I'm seeing. Can't really see too much, but guys, I'll work on the setup as these videos mature. Okay, so first of all, let's see if my TV is still on input 1. It should. I think it went to sleep. So let's get an input 1. HDMI 1. And now let's turn on the power, and hopefully we get video and audio. I don't think we get a game. Yeah, there is no free game, unfortunately. Damn it. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But come on, give us video, give us audio, please. The first Wii U worked perfectly fine. This one's not looking too great. This one's not looking too great, unfortunately. Let me plug it back in just in case. Let me make sure the HDMI is actually plugged in. You never know. Because I may have used the cable for something else. Yeah, it's plugged in. Oh, all right, well, that's unfortunate. We're off to a bad start. We are not getting a signal. That really sucks. We're off to a bad start. Now, the good news is I can still flip this right back on eBay for maybe 20 bucks saying it's tested. It powers on. I mean, look at this. We have the blue light. We have a blue light, which is good. But unfortunately, we're not getting video or audio. But you know what? Let me turn my TV off, turn it back on just in case, because it is a cheap Hisense TV. No offense to Hisense, but this is like bottom of the line. But hey, that's my info. I bought it on Amazon for like 300 bucks. Yeah, that sucks. Looks like we're not getting audio and video. Now we do have the AV multi out. Unfortunately, I don't have a cable for that. That might work. But the fact that we're not getting audio and video on HDMI, that's what sucks. Maybe I can do like some kind of hard reset. I'm not sure how to do that on the Wii U. But I can't say it enough. This is obviously going to be a learning experience. I just got lucky with the first Wii U. Yeah, Wii U worked out perfectly. Let me cycle the power here. All right, wait a few seconds. Plug that back in. And let's try this again. The fan's working, by the way. The optical drive sounds like it's working. I mean, obviously there's no disc in there. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Fan is spinning. It's putting out air. We're just not gonna get video, I guess. But hold on. I'm going to Google this for a second and I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. Good to go. I Googled it. I did exactly what I already did before, but I did it again. Basically, I held the power button down for a few seconds. I unplugged the power supply for like 10 to 15 seconds. Last time I did about 5 seconds. Maybe I didn't do a full cycle, but we're good. We are good to go. Okay, so let's see if we can sync the Wii U gamepad. Let me get my pen here because I'm gonna have to sync this. So the gamepad is restarting as it was previously synced to another console. So let that start up. But guys, we have video, we have audio. That is a beautiful, beautiful sign. Cannot connect the Wii U, I know, because it doesn't exist. Okay. So let's hold down sync on here. And I think you have to press it a second time. Yeah, say if you're pairing a Wii U gamepad, press the sync button a second time. Okay. And then we have to match the symbols. So, diamond, heart. And connecting to the Wii U console. Look at that. We are good to go. We should be good to go. While that syncs, I will be right back. I'm going to grab a Wii U game, which I should just keep up here. So I will be right back. And look at that. We are paired, guys. We are paired. We are good to go. Be right back. Okay. Once again, Nintendo Land. Now, unlike last time, I'm not going to make you guys sit through the update process. But it looks like we have someone named Marky. Shout out to my friend Marky if you're watching. Maybe this is your Wii U. I doubt it. And we are good to go. We are good to go, guys. Very cool. Dude, this is awesome. This is seriously awesome. Plenty of Mii's too. This is so sweet. So let's go to the Mii Maker and see what they were working on. So in theory, this is like a $50, $60 flip for me, which is awesome. So this one console alone just paid for all 3 Wii U consoles that I bought. That is really awesome. Select me, and let's see what we have here. You guys can't really see what I'm seeing. Yeah, we've got a lot of Mii's here. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. So let's go home and try to load a game. Once again, our trusted Nintendo Land. Great game. Underrated. And my concern is, does it read discs? If it reads a disc, that's good enough news for me. In other words, I'm not going to go through that update process again. Dude, the Wii U is such a cool concept. It was a really cool concept. But again, I think its failure is kind of a blessing in disguise. Because if it wasn't for the Wii U's failure, I don't think the Switch would be what it is today. Alright. So let's see if it can load the game. Oh, wait. It ejected. That is not good, right? It sounds like it... Oh, wait. It just spit it out now. Looks like it's not going to read the disc. And honestly, I'm not going to open it and mess with it, but I will sell this and say, look, it powers on, it shows video fine, it shows audio fine, and obviously it syncs to the gamepad just fine, but it does not read discs. But this could be a very easy fix for someone who is comfortable with opening up the Wii U. I mean, it could be a dirty sensor, it could be something loose, I'm not sure, but that does suck. That does suck. That's gonna hurt the value quite a bit. So I could probably let this go for like $30, which isn't bad. Yeah, it sounds like it's trying to read it. Look, it'll spit it out. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe give a little smack. Maybe upside down. Yeah, okay, but you know what, guys? The Wii U could have been worse, could have been better. So I'm not going to consider this a complete failure. Just the optical drive obviously needs some work. I'm just so glad it powers on fine. I mean, that's obviously the starting ground with any console testing that I'll be doing. It shows video, it plays audio just fine. I'm assuming it connects to the internet just fine. It's just the optical drive that has issues, which sucks. That definitely sucks. But obviously I can describe that in the eBay listing, because I'm sure there's somebody comfortable out there opening up the Wii U and fixing it themselves. So guys, there you go. Not a total failure, but not a total win either way. So in my eyes, this is kind of like a draw. Like in Valorant last night, we had a 1-12 comeback, and we ended up drawing, and I got 4 RR. And honestly, I would much rather get 4 RR than lose 20 RR. Anyway, yeah. Not a total win, but also not a total loss. We kind of went neutral there, and honestly, I'm okay with that. So I'll have to make a note. Powers on, does not play games, possibly an easy fix, and enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Of course, I'm just getting started. I have 2 more Wii U consoles to test, so please like, subscribe, I appreciate it. And of course, I'll be unboxing that broken PlayStation 5 in the coming days. Thank you so much, guys. Happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.